warming is the single largest threat to humanity that we've ever seen. Or is it? Well, yes, it is. If global warming is just going to bring us stingless jellyfish and warmer seas, is it really a big problem? Well, yes, it is. I'm going to be going over 3 main points here. I'm going to be going over why is it a big deal, what happens if we don't do anything about it, and what if we do? So moving on to my first point, why is global warming such a big deal? Well, to begin with the original tagline, it's going to bring us warmer seas, yes, and that is a big deal. Not only is it going to be melting sea ice, it's also going to be killing off many species that rely on a very specific temperature to live. This means that we are going to be losing many different species and possible extinction. A recent article by Politico estimates that approximately 60% of life on Earth is contained within the Earth's oceans. This means that we could be losing a vast majority of life on Earth, and that is an extremely big deal. With the jellyfish, sure, maybe they'll be stingless, but that's not what matters. Why are we getting more jellyfish? Because the ocean is becoming acidic. That is going to be the deciding factor for the other life on the Earth that isn't going to die out because of temperature. If the seas are becoming acidic, that means we're not only going to have more jellyfish, but that also means that we're going to have much less biodiversity, which means that diseases are going to be spread around a lot easier. The ocean is also our biggest indicator of what's going to come for the rest of the Earth. If the seas are becoming warmer and more acidic, then that means that the next thing that's going to become warm and acidic is our rivers and our lakes. If we lose our fresh water as well, this means that many coastal areas and many areas that are built off of a river are going to lose their biggest supplier of water and possibly even food. We will lose millions of people globally. But what if we can change it? Well, if we do, then it would be a lot better. But if we continue down the cycle we're on right now, we will see all life in the oceans gone. We will see all life in the rivers and the lakes gone. And very soon after that, all life on the Earth will cease to exist. This includes plants and humans and anything you can think of except for jellyfish. Now, jellyfish are all nice and good, but you can't have an entire planet based off of one species because the jellyfish themselves would then starve out, meaning we would have absolutely nothing left on the entire planet. And there is no plan B. We can't just go to Mars. That is not going to be feasible for a long time. A scientific article recently posted estimates that we are not going to be able to actually terraform Mars and live there for another at least 2 centuries. So we don't have a plan B, at least not now. And global warming is going to hit much sooner than 2 centuries. An estimate is that it will only take 2 degrees Celsius to cause irreversible damage to the entire planet. And a recent Washington Post article estimates that it will be around 1.5 to 4.5 degrees Celsius change, meaning it would not only be irreversible, but extremely damaging. What if we just actually make a difference though? Well, global warming would still come, but it would pass all the same. We can at least alleviate the symptoms of climate change and global warming. We can do this by planting more trees. We can do this by reducing the amount of CO2 we put in the atmosphere. We can do this by eliminating fossil fuels. This is an idea that for many seems unreachable, but I believe that as our 7.8 billion people, that we can make a noticeable difference. If we've made a difference in a negative way so far, we can make a positive one as well. If we can actually make this difference happen very soon, we can see all life on Earth continuing to survive. We can see life thriving again. We can see far less tropical storms. A recent article by the New York Times suggests that since global warming in the past 10 years, we have gotten about 80% more tropical storms. Those tropical storms cost billions of dollars. They also cause millions of people globally to die every single year. What was once a once-in-a-decade event now happens annually. This is an insane change, and we need to change the way we live our lives before it becomes too late to do so, and everything on the planet is gone. So, overall, global warming is an extremely big deal. We need to worry about it, and we need to worry about it now. If we don't change our ways, we will all die. Nothing will be left on the planet but some land. If we do change, we can possibly save everything else on Earth. But we need to do it soon, before the effects are too great to change again.